Hello, very good evening to all of you. Today we are going to discuss the case note of Mr. Anthony Nutt, who has stage 3 carcinoma of the breast. Now, you are a registered nurse at the Royal Brisbane Hospital, and Mr. Anthony Nutt is a patient in your care. So let's go ahead with the writing task. What we have here is this is a referral letter. You have to write a referral letter to Miss Carrie Andrews, Director of Nursing, Queensland Aged Care Center, Albert Street, Brisbane. So you are going to write a referral letter to Miss Carrie Andrews, introducing Mr. Anthony Nutt. So that's what we are going to see here in the writing task. So we need to introduce Mr. Nutt to Miss Andrews, and we need to say something about his condition and the ongoing treatment. So let's go ahead and see what exactly is his condition, what happened to him, and what care he needs. So the patient name is Anthony Nutt, and he is 86 as per the date given, that's 2017. He is 86. Now he has his son, only son, Joseph Nutt, and right now you have let's mark the things which are needed: patient name, date of birth, and we have to go with the medical history that he had a breast cancer 20 years ago, and for which he underwent a right total mastectomy, but he did not receive any adjuvant radiation, chemotherapy, or hormone therapy, or any follow-up care. So he just did mastectomy, and he was silent for all the years, 20 years. Now, you don't need to go ahead with the family history because it's not relevant for the carer here. It may be relevant to the doctor who is going to care this person, but you are going to write a letter to the aged home. So we don't need the family history here. So retirement, social history, it's not that much relevant, because if you need to include, you can say he's a retired person. Because we are not going to deal with any financial issues or any psychological issues related to work. So it's not that much important here. Now you have another important there, that he has the Mrs. Nutt has dementia. So he has dementia. That's important data. His wife also has developed dementia. And the only son, Joseph, lived 30 minutes away from the place where they live. Now, the diagnosis is clear: recurrent infiltrating ductal carcinoma of the breast. Now, on 23rd of May 2017, he presented to our care with this problem: ulcerated hemorrhagic right anterior chest mass. And we don't need to go in detail why he has, when he developed the mass, how long he had the mass, how the nature of this thing, whether he did undergo treatment. If you want to go ahead with this thing, you can say did not seek medical treatment until this morning, you can say, but you just go ahead with this thing. Yes, this is the main thing: hemorrhagic, ulcerated hemorrhagic right anterior chest mass. And this is optional. You can add did not seek medical treatment until this morning. Now, we have our investigations, assessment. Uh, 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 you can say up to this point, yes, up to this point we have assessment. You have vitals here, which we are not going to give to a long-term carer, a hospice carer, because it's not relevant to the treatment. Right now, it's just today's data or 23rd's data. It's not relevant to the person who is going to accept Mr. NUTT. And all these values are not relevant here. But we have to say that the confirmation of the diagnosis was done, and a biopsy was taken, and a CT chest was taken. So these two are important. CT chest was taken and a biopsy was performed. And these confirmed his diagnosis as stage 3 carcinoma of the breast with ulceration of overlying epithelium. So this is what his diagnosis is. Now, after that, you are going to see about the treatment. So he is now not fit for the treatment. A curative therapy or a chemotherapy is not suitable for him as per the assessment which we have made. So what we are going to suggest him is the hormonal therapy, and that's with the tamoxifen 20 mg daily. And we have already provided one course of palliative radiation at our care. Now, these are all the information which we have to give. Now, up to this point, you have your social histories told, the past medical history told, the present medical condition is also told. Now, I have to say why I am going to transfer this patient to your care. So the reason for my transfer is that the condition is irreversible. I cannot cure it. So we have gone ahead with a family discussion in which we have made a conscious decision, a consensus decision to transfer him to the aged home. Now, you know that Mr. Joseph Nutt has difficulty in caring his father, and his mother too is facing some deconditioning. He has work and he is not able to care both his parents. So he's planning to transfer Mrs. Nutt also to the old age care. Now, till the bed is available, till the bed is available, till the bed is available at the Queensland Aged Center, Miss Nutt will be there with his son. So Miss Nutt will be there with his son till the bed is available at the agent. The bed is available for Mr. Nutt right now, and therefore he is transferred to the care today. So we have already made arrangements with a social worker, a community social worker, to make arrangement for the bed for Mrs. Nutt, and who is going to get transferred to the care soon. This is the reason why both are transferred is because Mr. Joseph Nutt, the son, has difficulty, unable to take time off work for father. Mother's state of condition, the mother's state of health is also deconditioned state of health. So he hardly can take time off work. So this is the problem, that why he is transferring both to this. The father is transferred today, mother is, arrangements are made with the social worker to transfer his mother to the care. Then that's what we need to understand. So there is no confusion. Mother to live with son till the bed is available at aged care. So you have to see both. Now let us go ahead with the task. Today's date is 29 May 2017. It was given at the top of the letter, today's date. And we have the address here, very clear. Miss Andrews, the surname of the director of nursing. Reference Mr. Anthony, not date of birth. We have written date of birth. You can go ahead with age too, but a date of birth is more appropriate in this letter because the date is 2017. So you just go ahead with the date of birth, not with the age. Now, the reason I'm writing to introduce Mr. Anthony Nutt, who has been diagnosed with the stage 3 recurrent moderately differentiated duct carcinoma of the right breast. So we have a lengthy diagnosis here. That's what we have seen here. You have the diagnosis here, moderately differentiated duct carcinoma of the breast. So that's it. We have written that as it is in the introduction paragraph. That's the purpose paragraph. So stage 3 recurrent moderately differentiated duct carcinoma of the right breast. He requires hospice care and is transferred to your facility today. So he's been transferred to your facility today. He requires hospice care from you. So 2 sentences. We have written who the patient is, what is his diagnosis there, and what he requires is a hospice care, and he's transferred to your care today. So all these things are there in the purpose paragraph. We have introduced Mr. Nutt, and he is transferred to your care. So it's that he's been transferred to the aged care. Now, Mr. Nutt and his wife, who have dementia, live together about 30 minutes away from their only son, Mr. Joseph Nutt house. We have included so many data in the first particular sentence. Mr. Nutt and his wife. So Mr. Nutt has dementia. Mrs. Nutt also has recently developed dementia. So in one sentence, you can say both of them have dementia right now. So they have dementia. They live together. Right now, they live together about 30 minutes away from their only son. Okay, so this is what the background is, what we have given, the social background. Now, what we have to give is the medical background. Now, Mr. Nutt underwent a right total mastectomy after being diagnosed with breast cancer 20 years ago. So the past medical history is been there. Now, however, he neither proceeded with adjuvant therapy such as chemotherapy or hormonal therapy, nor did follow up post-operatively. So he has not gone ahead with adjuvant therapies, not gone for hormonal therapy, no chemotherapy, no radiation therapy, and he didn't go for follow-up also for the continuation of the treatment. He didn't do that. He did total mastectomy. After the mastectomy, the post-operatively, no follow-up was given. No follow-up was sought by the patient. No chemotherapy, no radiation therapy, no hormonal therapy, no therapies were taken by the patient. He just was silent for the 20 years. But right now, just 5 days ago, he presented to our care with ulcerated hemorrhagic right anterior chest mass. So the presenting complaint was ulcerated hemorrhagic right anterior chest mass. This is what, yes, this is what we have here in the presenting complaint. 5 days ago, today is 29, 5 days ago, 23, the date of presentation. What we have not written here is 23rd May 2017. Just we have mentioned 5 days ago. So we have a connection here, 29 minus 5. That's the date there. Now, a series of investigations, including a computer tomography and biopsy, were done. So a computer tomography and a biopsy were done. Along with a series of blood investigation, other investigations were done, which confirmed his diagnosis. What we have, the diagnosis is mentioned in the purpose paragraph. Now, since he's not fit for chemotherapy or curative treatment, hormonal therapy was commenced with tamoxifen 20 mg daily and was given a course of palliative radiation. What we have given him is the hormonal therapy initiation, and we have given a course of palliative therapy because he is not fit for curative therapies. Okay. So that's what we have seen as the present condition of the patient. Now, why we are writing to this, what we want from this care, what we want from this director of nursing, understanding his condition is irreversible. A family meeting was called in which a consensus decision was made to transfer Ms. Nutt to your aged care unit. Now, you, based on the aforementioned, in view of the above, so understanding his condition as irreversible. So instead of that, I can go ahead with in view of the above. In view of the above, a family meeting was called in which a consensus decision was made to transfer Ms. Nutt to your aged unit. So why? Because of the aforementioned thing. So he has stage 3 breast cancer. He's not fit for curative therapy. And that's what we have gone ahead with a family meeting. And in this meeting, we have decided, we have made a consensus decision. Kindly accept him and provide him ongoing therapy and palliative care. So once you receive this patient, accept him and provide him ongoing therapy and palliative care. Please note, arrangements are made with a social worker to admit Mrs. Nutt to your facility due to general deconditioning. So once the bed is available, she will be coming there. So we don't need to mention that once the bed is available. So we have made arrangements with a social worker to admit Mrs. Nutt to your facility due to general deconditioning. So that's what is going to happen later. So that's something which is you have to note. It's worthy to note. Arrangements are made with the social worker to admit this Nutt. Okay. So if you have any further, if you want to add as per the availability of the bed, you can add that. So that is also relevant actually. So I just go ahead with this thing because it is understandable that once a bed is available, if you want to add, you can add that too. So I think that's also relevant here. If you have any further queries, please do not hesitate to contact me. Your sincerely registered nurse, Royal Brisbane Hospital. So that's it. We have our body paragraph very clear. In 3 paragraphs we have written, and the purpose is also very clear. And it started from the past medical history, the present medical history, and the requirements. Thank you. Hope you must have all understood the matter. Thank you.